I don't think the soldier who owned this saw much action because it was in pristine condition. I'm PJ, I'm a writer, I'm from North Liverpool. I'm a writer, but I perform my stuff using words, so I suppose I'm a spoken word artist as well. But I don't bear that in mind when I'm getting dressed. Like, I own most items about 7 times each, so I've got loads of pairs of jeans like this, but these are my favourite ones. Underneath it's just like classic really, it's a John Smedley. Because that's so kind of like classic and original, I like to just spice it up with a bit of colour. So this jacket is a Ralph Lauren jacket. The shoes, again, I've got a couple of pairs of these, but these are my favourite colour, Clarks. I've been buying Clarks originals for years. They divide opinion. I've just been with my stepsons and they won't come anywhere near me when I've got them on. This is pretty typical of what something I'd perform in.
How would you symbolize your style?
I know one of my mates said to me, you're like stuck in the 90s, but trying to make yourself a bit more modern. Oh, that'll do. That'll do, yeah. I remember having a pair of Adidas Gazelle when I was about 12. This is when 99.9% of people wore white Reebok Classic. And took some stick for that. But it took about another 20 years for me to go see. Told you, everyone started wearing them. Make a bit of an effort, even if it looks like you haven't to most people. Yeah, this rig out is something that I would write in. I have to feel comfortable when I'm writing, and I can't do that in jeans and like soft Italian knitwear and all that. So you can see it is more about comfort than style, this one. When I was a teenager, I used to wonder why middle-aged men were obsessed with clothes from their past. It really like confused me, and now I am one of those men. When I was a teenager, Lacoste tracksuits were the thing. And then obviously it just kind of reached the tipping point in the 90s and it kind of bored the life out of me. But now that I'm 43, I'm thinking I shouldn't have thrown all my Lacoste stuff away when I was a kid, because I'm now like scouring the internet trying to buy it all back again. I don't know whether it's psychological, I don't know what it's about really, but I stroll into town with my sliders and socks on, and a couple of weeks down the line someone will say, I seen you in town, like dressed weird, are you alright? I must have been writing that day. These are old, like style Lacoste trackies. This is a brand new one. This is like a Lacoste Comme des Garçons collaboration. I've got a t-shirt on underneath. That's it. It was made by an outfit from South Yorkshire. They're called 14 Admirals, and they made this t-shirt in tribute to a place in Wavertree called Damien John Kelly House. It's a recovery house for adult males. It's a really good quality t-shirt as well, and it's just like showing support for that cause as well, really. It says, is right. Obviously that's a phrase that's been knocking around Liverpool for years, but the lads who made it, their brother moved to Liverpool and he started going home to Barnsley and saying things like is right, and he was just like, what are you on about? And he told them and they were like, okay, we've got an idea for a t-shirt. I'm in recovery myself and kind of have been for nearly 16 years now. I just know the kind of things that the lads from Barnsley, the 14 Admirals, what they are into, art, music, film. I see that really adds something to someone's early recovery, like kind of like purpose. It made sense really, the collaboration, and I wanted to support it as well. I'm not really one for jewellery, but the ring is just a silver ring, and I've got kind of no religious leanings, but there is a prayer on it, so it reminds me really to just not run off with myself. It looks alright, doesn't it? I think. I don't wear gold or anything like that. Not from Ellie, you know what I mean? This is a Swedish Army jacket that cost me 20 quid out of Oxfam. It's fair-lined and padded and all that. I've never put a warmer coat on in my life. I don't think the soldier who owned this saw much action because it was in pristine condition. The badge is a Violette badge. Violette is a record label I'm involved with, and this kind of represents the nights that we put on. It's called the Violette Social, but the way we write it down in Italian, it's because it looks better and we're pretentious. So it's kind of where I learned how to perform. This is a long sleeve t-shirt. I'm quite partial to a long sleeve t-shirt with a print on the front. Now and again we'll sell some merch because people ask for it or people like it, but it means I get the kind of like prototype. So these are Lois cords, which were really popular in the 80s when I was a kid. Maybe in the last 10 years they've started being made and sold again. So trabs they're called karu. I tend not to wear that many trainees anymore because I'm 43 now, you know what I mean? You can't be bouncing around in trabs when you're an older man. I am still partial to the odd pair now and again. Because this coat is so warm, I can just walk around for hours, which I tend to do. Sometimes I borrow my mum's dog, other times I just walk around for hours, kind of interspersed with a coffee here and a sparkling water there, just looking for inspiration really. Some people I know, they will go to the most expensive shop and buy the most expensive thing and think that that equates to style. Like, no, just look around. And look around in places you wouldn't expect really. I'm PJ, this is what I wear.